Progress.
Hi, goes the family. Welcome back to Patterson All Properties. Hopefully, you guys have a great and exceptional day. Make sure this is working correctly. Just making sure. Anyways, so it's been a minute since I made a video. I've been playing catch up since I got back from the town for my trip, and time just goes by. Anyways, let's go over this real quick. Homes that will soar as far as the value in 2025. We're in the last month of the year flying by. Now, we are at the end of the year. The real estate market's all over the country when it comes to prices. It's getting higher in value every single day. So today I'm going to go over at least 7 different aspects of how home prices are going to soar in 2025. Remember, family, I'm making this video as of December 2024. And the median U.S. home prices right now, as I'm speaking, hover around 435,000 nationwide. Interest rates are dropping, but they are still high. Something that has priced many people out of being able to afford to buy another home, and they're stuck because they're locked in into the low interest rates on the properties, like I am. So I mean, heck, most regular working everyday people can only afford to purchase a home at the median price of $205,000. So you see where the problem is with I. From a price perspective. Now, if the interest rates were lower, then obviously people could be able to afford to purchase a home. But it's just one of those things that, hey, it's all about timing, and especially with the housing shortage being what it is, builders not being too confident. And single family homes like crazy, they're building condos like crazy, apartments like crazy. So, as I said, as one person talks about that, well, a lot of people talk about helping create a generation of forever renters. So I'll leave it at that. So you see what the problem is. Anyways, let's get into the best owner plan to own a home in 2025. These are some homes that you might want to look into. I'm not giving out financial advice. It's all about what you want to do. Don't just listen to somebody on YouTube. Number one, historic homes, because they are unique homes that are not being built as new builds, as we will see an increase in value over the coming year, said Danny Johnson, real estate professional at We Buy Houses Cash, Texas. Aren't as many more people who want them when it comes to buying historical homes. And let's be real, most home buyers are looking for newer homes nowadays, specifically single family homes, places that are not in historical districts, because if a home is considered to be historical, depending on the city, the state, whatever the case may be, there are guidelines when it comes to homes that are considered to be historical homes. One, there are any renovations and take away the historical aspects and values of the property. So therefore, you have like basically a national HOA, homeowners association, that you have to go through in order for you to make certain repairs. You can't even change the color of certain, but it just depends on the historical value of the property, depending on the district. There's so many unknown variables because it's all done by by case basis when it comes to historical properties. And I found that to be very interesting back in the day when I first learned. So there's always higher demand for centrally located properties. Historic and unique homes tend to be found in areas of any city, whether it's Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland, New York City, Los Angeles, Dallas, Texas, Colorado, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Cincinnati, whatever the case may be. The values will increase quite nicely over the next year. Number two, multifamily properties, one of my favorites, obviously. For the most part, it's because of the rents that multifamily homeowners collect from the tenants that rent out of the units. According to the article, multifamily housing, especially units close to city centers and transportation hubs, have seen high demand from both investors and homebuyers. Commercial real estate. Rent growth in these areas continues to outpace inflation, indicating strong fundamentals. And one state that most people don't think about that is known for having a lot of multi-unit properties is the state of New Jersey. And a lot of people during the economic downturn who could afford to purchase a house, multifamily property in 15 years, because the value of the property is going up. Therefore, the rents of the property is going up. Therefore, their pockets going up. It is what it is. But anyways, I would find it to be very interesting. Number three, sustainable and economic friendly homes, which are great and natural energy conscious, use passive solar and considered the environment will continue to soar, said Lindsay Harn, a top agent at Christie's International Real Estate. As wealth transfers from the older generations to the younger generations, which that's how it's supposed to go, but not in how the various generations prioritize health, housing, et cetera, and so forth. Number four, assisted living facilities. Now, facilities like this in all major metropolitan areas have been popping areas. So to own or become any kind of investor in an assisted living business or facility or home will remain profitable. I mean, a lot of things will remain profitable in the future. Technology, batteries, different defense business contractors, all these things in where you fit in, but you had to be able to you got to do your research, and look at it like I just leave it at that. All right. So, anyways, as demand for the care facilities supply desirable retirement destinations, values could rise to 7% to 12% annually, Morgan said. Number five, um, furnished apartment. Okay, there we go. It's landscaping and purchasing one's own furniture doesn't sound appetizing to a lot. A weekender management said that his company has seen consistent and flexible move-in units in close proximity to the city center. Apartments within a mile of downtown Fayetteville, Arkansas, have increased in value by over 15% year over year. And before I even go on to number six, I can see that because, for a lot of people, when they get older, one he gets, he notices the less stuff that he needs. And even myself, I see that. So if I'm a person who's an empty nester, getting up in age, don't really want the responsibility of really much, I would mind renting a furnished, a fully furnished apartment or whatnot, because I know that outside of the clothes and certain things, it's not my responsibility. Therefore, it's not my headache. Therefore, I'm not going to worry too much about it. The less I worry, the better my life gets. Okay. Number six, units known as ADUs, because more homeowners seek additional income streams through rental properties. ADUs are rentable second units, either new construction or garage conversions. My grandmother used to live in an ADU home, and the opposite could only apply. The homeowner could live in an ADU in the main house be rent. That's one thing it did. It lowered her house or cost of living. She was living in a much more smaller town outside of like an hour away from Dallas, Texas, and it was much more quieter. Cost of living was less, and she was in a very much happier place. So it was like the last of the last. Number seven, shorter homes, which are far and few in between because of the national housing shortage. If you can get your hands on one, a starter home is one of the most valuable properties in the market right now, while other larger homes are so rare that they just keep going up in value, said Martin O'Reilly, a real estate expert and CEO of Rent to Own Labs. They aren't as profitable for builders and large investors have to find. Now, not in the DMV area, but I know before they've been spoken for by the time they're built, that's why I can speak about where I come from. But on that note, it's very interesting where these houses are and where they could be in the possible future. Is from a price perspective, but at the end of the day, remember purchasing a home. It's not only just about obviously just being a homeowner and getting a tax write off, but you always have to remember that it needs to be just about, hey, I'm creating a lifestyle that I don't have to take a vacation from. And so many people lose sight of that, and then they end up getting in all this debt or living in communities they don't really vibe with, just so that they can say I'm a homeowner. But it's all about perspective, and it's all about what you want at the end of the day. All right. So now do the great three things. Like share and subscribe. Have a great day. Don't forget Patterson Properties, we wholesale real estate in the DMV area, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Reading, Pennsylvania area, Philadelphia, and all that good stuff. As always, say do great three things. Like share and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves so you can live like a fool. As they say in Spanish. Bienvenido a la vida. Welcome to the life.